Yeah, right. How are you, everyone who is watching in the football news, top 10s, and lifestyle zone? We are here doing the predicted lineup of a team which goes by names of Arsenal as they talk on a side which goes by the names of Newcastle. Remember, that game is the game that kickstarts the weekend in there as Arsenal comes into play, a side which goes by the names of Newcastle. Welcome, and this is the football news, and this is Rokani David, aka RT, onto this channel, who brings you this news in here onto the football news top 10s and lifestyle zone. The manager is Mikel Arteta, and Howe, a man who was sacked from Aston Villa, is the current manager of Newcastle. Newcastle is lying the bottom 20th on the bottom of the table, and Newcastle and Arsenal is, let me see the position of Arsenal. I think Arsenal is 5th or 6th. I think that's the standing of Arsenal in there, because when you look at the standings right now in the Premier League, Arsenal is having 20 points and they're lying 5th onto the Premier League table with a -4 goal difference in there. Now, if at all you've not yet known, the real importance of this Arsenal game is, if at all Arsenal really wins this game, it has to go to 23 points. It's a must win for Arsenal, because if they don't win, and United wins against Chelsea, they're going to be equaling the same points with a team which goes by names of Manchester United. Yet Manchester United has a good goal difference. It's having -1, Arsenal are having -4. If at all Spurs win, they're really going to go ahead of Arsenal. Wolves are having 19 points. Tottenham have 19 points. Brighton have 17 points. So those are the only teams that can really go ahead of Arsenal if at all Arsenal does not win or draws. Now, this is the game that Arteta has to win, and I know it's all in his head, and he knows it better that this is the game he must win. That is the man who goes by names of Mikel Arteta, and all has to go well for him. And here at the football news top 10s and lifestyle zone, we've come up with a predicted lineup of a team which goes by names of Arsenal that will expect Mikel Arteta to front when they're playing a side which goes by the names of Newcastle in there. So your reactions to this will be included in the comment section below. Feel free to tell us which player do you think shouldn't be included and which player should be included into this predicted lineup of us in here that we've sorted in. There are some surprises, by the way. We think that some players are going to bounce back and come back, and some others won't really make it back. All will stay onto the bench here onto the football news top 10s and lifestyle zone. Smash the like button, comment and share. Goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, no doubt onto him. This Englishman, if it was not him against a team which goes by names of Liverpool, we all know that it would have gone close to 7 or 8 goals past a team which goes by names of Arsenal. The result wouldn't have been 4-0, it would have gone 8-0 against a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. But the presence of this English international in the goal of a team which goes by names of Arsenal really gave them fresh breath, and they saved their day from a humiliation. 4-0 was a humiliation, but if at all you watch that game, you know that the humiliation would have gone further and further and further if at all Aaron Ramsdale never made those saves. There were double saves, triple saves. In total, he made a total of 10 clear saves, all clear-cut chances that Liverpool had created. And who prevented them from going at the back of the net of a team which goes by names of Arsenal? It's Aaron Ramsdale in there for you. So to me, I really feel like Bernard Leno won't return. He will only return when Arsenal is playing Carabao Cup and so on and so forth. But Bernard Leno is not going to return in the goal of Arsenal, according to me, because Aaron Ramsdale has taken his position officially and permanently. Remember, ever since Aaron Ramsdale joined Arsenal, he lost his first game to Liverpool, and you know it's worth losing to a team which goes by names of Liverpool in there, and it shows you that Arsenal is really going to go against these other sides, and it's been collecting points. It has collected points from Watford, they've collected points from Aston Villa, they've collected points from Leicester City, they've collected points from Burnley, they've collected Norwich, Tottenham Hotspur. So it looks like all those sides that Arsenal looks like they're into the same level, Arsenal has collected points up against them. And Arsenal have to win this game because they are playing Manchester United next. They are playing Manchester United next. So you know what it means playing Manchester United. And you know United is playing against Chelsea, and we all know that Chelsea has 90 chances of winning that game, and they are going to lose. If at all United loses against Chelsea, Ralf Rangnick coming in at Manchester United, his first game is at Old Trafford against a team which goes by names of Arsenal, so it won't be easy. So Arsenal wants to extend its lead now because they know Chelsea is going to beat a team which goes by names of Manchester United, and if at all they win, even if they lose to Manchester United, they would be tying on points in there, because Arsenal looks like they're fighting for the top 4 position this season. We go to the right back in there. The right back of Arsenal, it looks like we all know that the right back of Arsenal is no longer a doubt. Cedric Soares has failed to come in. Maitland-Niles has been adapted into a central defensive midfielder and is no longer playing the right back of Arsenal. Remember, Maitland-Niles came in at Arsenal while playing the right back in there, and now Tomiyasu has really taken over that position and is permanent in there. He is playing and is looking great in there. That is Tomiyasu in there for you. I like the way he plays. Defensively is okay. Ateta has only one task ahead of him on this player. This player is not good going forward. You get? But defensively, Tomiyasu is great in there, and I think he is really doing great, and that's why he did great in the game of Liverpool. In there, he was solid, but you know Liverpool is a team that even if you are solid, they can really break you down until they put you where they really want you to be in there. We go to the left back in there. People are having mixed reactions in there. In the game of a team which goes by the names of Liverpool, after Nuno Tavares had registered close to 3 successful games and played very well. And remember, he played 3 in the Premier League and 1 in the Carabao Cup. That is Nuno Tavares, the new signee of Arsenal in there. He registered very good successful plays into that game, but guess what happened to him in the game of a team which goes by names of Liverpool? He played very badly, and to make it worse, he gave away a ball to, is it Mohamed Salah, that contributed to the second goal of Liverpool in there. I think it was Diogo Jota who scored it, who sat down. Diogo Jota got the ball and he really sat down a man who goes by names of Gabriel Magalhaes, and he faced Ramsdale, who had nothing to do, and he played that ball in the back of the net to make it 2. So that blind pass that he really did into the middle of the park as a left back really annoyed Arsenal fans in there together. But I told them that you are blaming this lad for nothing. Ask yourselves, if at all Arsenal had scored 1 goal, you would have said that it was him that contributed to that. You get? But there is no way Liverpool is not going to score against you again. Even if that goal never went in, Arsenal came up second half as if they had really put their weapons down, and Liverpool ran all over them and hit them more 3 goals. Remember, the first half had ended 1-0. The goal that was scored by Sadio Mane into the 30th minute of the first half, and guess what? Second half, Arsenal never really came. So to me, I really feel like Nuno Tavares, if at all I'm a manager of Arsenal, I would have given him this game of a team which goes by names of Newcastle to bring back his faith that the manager still trusts in you. I would have given him this game because to show that the manager really trusts in him. And the game of I bring back Tierney in the game of a team which goes by names of Manchester United, because he has played United before. You get, though we'll be facing a new right attack midfield of Manchester United who goes by the names of Jadon Sancho. Previously he was facing Mason Greenwood in there, but this time around he's facing Jadon Sancho in there. So, and to me, I think in the game of Newcastle, the manager is going to bring back Tierney because that is his standard left back of Arsenal in there. Though Nuno Tavares looks great going forward in there and he brings in a perfect cross, but for that, I think the manager is going to bring in a man who goes by Tierney, who has just returned from injury in there. We go to the central defenders. We are having a man who goes by names of Ben White in there for you, and is going to be partnering his usual partner in crime who goes by names of Gabriel Magalhaes. They are really playing very well, and Ben White struggled to really feed with the pressure of the game and the speed at which the game was being played by Liverpool in there. He never gained momentum in the Liverpool game, but I really feel like, yeah, you cannot play all 38 games of the season when you are the same. And looking at the level at which Liverpool attackers are, Diogo Jota, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and you look at the way they play, the way they interchange places. Sadio Mane can come into to play as a centre forward. Diogo Jota can shift off to the right, attacking midfield. Then Mohamed Salah can shift off the left. So they have mobile movement. Their mobility really makes it hard. If at all your midfield really fails to shut down the supply of balls to these people, and the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Tomiskas or Robertson to move, it's very hard for you to get grasp of these players in there. But I hope they're really going to get a very good game against the side which goes by names of Newcastle. Is it Callum Williamson? Callum William will really give them hard time, but I think he can handle, because they don't have very many threats in there for you. And remember, Arsenal is going to face their OB, who goes by the names of, there is they sold that lad to Arsenal. They sold that lad to Newcastle. I've forgotten his name, but he was sold in the summer to that side because he was there on loan and played very well. Now we go to the double midfield pivot, because we've told you that Arsenal is going to play a system of 4-2-3-1. We go to the double pivot. That is the double midfield pivot of a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And who do you think are really going to play that? Obviously, Thomas Partey he's fresh. He's not injured this time around, because we've seen it's been hard for him to play all those games in there for you. But Thomas Partey is back. He had really curled a very good ball into the back of the net, but Alisson, the goalkeeper of Liverpool, fisted it out and it went into the corner. And he's going to play into that double midfield pivot with Maitland-Niles. We talk about Maitland-Niles. I think Maitland-Niles, this is a chance that they're supposed to give him, because he has done lots of things. The midfield, Lokonga, looked like he was overpowered in the game of a team which goes by names of Liverpool, and I think the manager has a second thought of Maitland-Niles in there, because in this game of Liverpool, you don't need a CDM that is really too serious in there. You just need a CDM that is going to let Thomas Partey do the forward movement in there, because forward play, Thomas Partey is really very good in there, and I think Maitland-Niles will give him a very good cover. And by the way, not dropping Lokonga because he is not a good player, but because you have to rotate these players, because we are heading into a marathon of games. Arsenal is playing Manchester United on a Thursday, and remember, on the weekend there is another game that is going to be played, because December has lots of games. It looks like it's changed the system on 26th in there. Some games are not going to be played, so they feel like they have to fix them into this shortest period of time possible in there. So to me, I really feel like Maitland-Niles is going to come in, and Lokonga will come in, or Granit Xhaka or Lokonga will come in the game of Manchester United in there. We go to, that is another surprise in there. It's Maitland-Niles, because many people thought it was going to be Lokonga or Granit Xhaka, because Granit Xhaka has resumed training with Arsenal in there. We go to a central attacking midfielder, that is CAM, that is the central attacking midfielder, who goes by names of Martin Odegaard, who came in from Real Madrid, the Norwegian, who is really talented. I know he started this season with Arsenal. His play was not all that great. And the manager tried to really shift Emily Smith Rowe to the left attacking side of the midfield and brought in Alexandre Lacazette to play his role, and he played it very well, and they've been winning. But I think this time round the manager is going to rest Lacazette and bring in Martin Odegaard to play as a central attacking midfielder for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. So that's another surprise. I think it's going to be a change in there, but the front forward, I think they are really going to stay the same, with the right attacking midfielder being Bukayo Saka, with his swift left foot in there that causes trouble to the teams that he plays. That is Bukayo Saka, for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, is going to play the right attacking side of the midfield, and I hope he will deliver, because Arsenal looks like it's going to win. The other player I was talking about of Newcastle that left Arsenal and Newcastle signed him permanently is Joe Willock. Joe Willock was at Arsenal, I think, from the age of 4 until that age of 21, and now he's at Newcastle permanently that night, and Arsenal is really going to go that side. Let me talk a little about Emily Smith Rowe, the left attacking midfielder. He has been scoring for the previous 3 games, scored against Watford, Leicester City, and Aston Villa. Those are the 3 previous games he scored in. He came in at Liverpool and he never scored. So we expect him to discover his scoring books once again in the game of Newcastle, because I think Arsenal are really going to be having a very good game against Newcastle, because it's the team to beat. It's a team to beat, not a team to lose to. It's a team for Arsenal to win against in here onto the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. And the good thing is that Arsenal are really going to be playing at home, that is the Emirates in there, and I think there is no chance for Newcastle to win this one, unless otherwise, the game of football, but I expect Arsenal to win this game. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is leading the line for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and we expect him to do the needful in there. Now we go to the horizontal version of how Arsenal is going to stand as they play a side which goes by the names of Newcastle. Let me leave you with that, and we are signing out for now. See you later, mates.